Gabriel Family Adventures, and today I'm going to talk about traveling during COVID to Mexico. So traveling internationally, is it safe, how to prepare, what to bring, what to do, all of those things. So to get started, we had to backwards plan before our trip. We were very nervous about traveling, but we thought to ourselves, okay, well, how can we make this as safe as possible? So we ordered a few things. We ordered face shields for ourselves and for our kids. The face shields we got for the kids were a little on the small side, so I would recommend putting those together ahead of time to test them on the kiddos' heads to make sure they're not too tight. Yep. Ours were, and that's Koopy in the background agreeing with me that it was too tight. And then we also got a ton of face masks, and I had a sneaking suspicion that we were going to be gone for 7 days, that we were going to probably lose some face masks. So we definitely brought extras, and we brought extra face shields as well. And in my luggage, as well as my carry-on, I also had hand sanitizer and wipes. So trying to cover all bases. All right, so another thing that we did is we had a long talk with the kids about not touching surfaces, especially at the airport. So we were flying out of the Denver airport, and it's very big and spacious, but there's parts of the airport that tend to get a little crowded. So for example, the train that goes between terminals gets pretty, especially if you're in the C terminal, by the time you get there, it can be a pretty crowded train. So we talked about, really trying not to touch anything. And if you do, using that hand sanitizer, really trying to social distance as much as possible. We found that, and most people at the airport were also, very much respectful of the same kind of rules, spacing out in the lines when you're, putting your bags through security and stuff like that. So then on the airplane, again, trying to keep it as spacious as possible. This is where I think it's actually the hardest to avoid contact with other people, just because it's so crowded on an airplane. A few of our flights were very, very tiny. Our flight, one of our legs of our flight home had 38 people on the entire plane. So that was great. We sat in the back. We always sit in the back. We travel with kids. They always have to go to the bathroom. So we always sit in the back anyways. But we sat in the back. We were all by ourselves. And so that felt really nice. We're able to wipe everything down. Again, using all those wipes and hand sanitizer things that are in the carry-on, as well as extra in the luggage for when we got to the hotel. When you get to Mexico, we flew into Puerto Vallarta. I've never seen so many cleaning staff in my entire life. I've been to Puerto Vallarta several times. I love it there. It's wonderful. And they're cleaning everything, even the bags when they're coming off of the conveyor belt at the baggage claim. They're getting wiped down, they're getting moved. Then you can choose to wipe them again if you want, or just take them through, security to get out of the airport. The customs line was super duper short. Everyone was really spaced out. They do have a few extra things that you have to do. You have to fill out an extra COVID form verifying your temperature and all of those things. And I actually took a COVID test a week before we left, and then I work from home. The kids are remote learning anyways, so we basically, stayed home for over a week before we went on our trip. And then when we got home, I waited several days because I wanted to make sure if I did have any symptoms come up, but I actually did take a COVID test just yesterday. We've been home for a week just to make sure. It came back negative, thank goodness, but you can never be too cautious. When we got to our hotel, actually, when we got our shuttle for our hotel, we didn't see any kind of cleaning process of the seats in the van. But again, we made sure to wipe the surfaces that we were going to be using, utilizing that hand sanitizer when we got out of the van. When we got to the hotel staff once again wiped down our luggage. They put them in these luggage carriers that then they covered up and sprayed everything. And then that's how they take it to your room. We were staying at the Vedanta. I'll have a review on that resort and all of their, kind of cleaning mechanisms and things later on. But everywhere we went, in the resort, we did go out several times, so we went to several restaurants. All of the tables were spaced out. Every staff member we saw was wearing a mask. We felt pretty safe. Everywhere you walk, they even have these things in the restaurants and even we went grocery shopping at Walmart in Puerto Vallarta that, they have this stuff to clean off the bottoms of your shoes everywhere you go. So I did feel that the cleaning protocols were there. I felt that the spacing, the distancing was there. The resort we stayed at is very, very big, so it kind of naturally allows you to social distance. But we didn't feel like we were running any kind of great risk. And of course, choosing to travel during this time is a personal decision that, everyone needs to do what they feel is right for them. But we did feel that it was as clean as you could get, going to a different place. And overall, I felt as comfortable as you could be in the world that we're living in right now. So overall, a couple things I do recommend, and we did lose a ton of masks throughout the trip. Bring way more than you think you're gonna need. Kids lose them. I think I lost one too. You know, bring that hand sanitizer, bring those wipes, bring extras, put them in every bag that you have, because you don't want to be sitting there wondering like, oh, should I, do I need to clean this? Do I need to clean that? Maybe you think I'm over the top. That's okay too. Maybe you think I'm reckless that I traveled during this time. That's okay too. But if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to put those below. And cheers to 2021 and to better days ahead. Thank you so much. Have a great day.